And we should be live. So, hi, what's up? So, I tried doing lead code in the not the evening, the afternoon, but I ended up, well, starting a new project on the channel. It's a YouTube clone that I'm trying to build. And, well, I'm not exactly trying to build it, I'm just copying it off of the internet. But my big plan is to create something like TikTok. So that will give me a nice base to do that off of. And it's going to be a progressive web application like I discussed in the evening, not the evening, the afternoon. But right now, we're gonna switch back to lead code and do a few more questions from data structures and algorithms. Uh, all right, let's open the chat up and switch screens. Right. Okay, so what I did was I actually started doing DSA without streaming. I don't know why, but I did. And I looked at the solution to this problem because I just couldn't think of one. And I should be sitting here. Yeah, we are back on. We are back on. And I know it's a little late, but we are. I'll go get some water. So you guys will have to wait for a second for that. I'll go get some water. Okay, and we're back. Hi, Apeksha. I'm in fixed expressions, the form of string is. And I forgot to get my notebook. Well, I'm just gonna use Excalibur. But I should have my notebook while practicing. I'll get my notebook. Now that should be it. For watching, yes, because we've got you, Apeksha, my sister, and I don't know who the fourth one is. Maybe we've got a random person watching. Hi, random person. You want to say hi in the text chat, the chat? It's called the chat. Back to two. I'm sorry. Got a random guy showing up and I left the stream. Hi. I think you should change your profile picture, B. It's been a while. Let go of the past. You're old now. Right. The infix expression, that's the normal A plus B, and we convert it to AB plus. So the entire trick I was doing wrong in the evening was I was pushing the operands in the stack and I was storing the operators in a queue. I'm supposed to do the opposite. That's what I was doing wrong. So first of all, uh, we we've got a string. We're gonna loop through all of the elements of the string for int I equal to 0, I is less than s dot length, I plus plus. So we're gonna go through each individual character. So A, then plus, then B, then star. And now we're gonna check if this is an operator or an operand, right? And also we're gonna create a stack outside. Stack char st check if I'm getting a call. Ignore it. I am ignoring it. Right, AB plus. So I create a new stack. I check if each of them is an operator or an operand. Check if operator if SI is equal to, well, it can be, let me see. These operands, they can be A, B, C, D, E, F, G to the I, right? So I can just create a check if SI is greater than equal to A and SI is less than equal to Z. That's for the that's, I think that takes care. No, we've got capital ones too. Or it's either this or SI is done with favicons for today. I am done with favicons. I am done with favicons for the rest of my life, and I'm gonna create a video. I'm gonna clip that and create a video called Mastering Favicons, and I'm gonna upload that. It's probably a 20-30 minute tutorial at this point. And if it's greater than or equal to capital A and SI is less than equal to Z, right? So that means it's an operand. It's an operand. And if it is, then you just push it to answer. I'm gonna create an answer string ns plus equal to si. And if it's an operator, that's else, then you're gonna, if st.empty, I'm gonna remove this. If the stack is empty, or st.top priority of st.top is less than priority. I think should be less than equal to, right? Si st.push si. So we're gonna push that operator into our stack, and else if Uh, it's not empty, well, right? Priority st dot top is greater than priority s of I, right? Then do something like that. But first I need to create a map called priority. That's gonna take char and int priority of star. No, this is equal to 3, I think. And then we're gonna set these for each operator. So there's star, which is, we can see it here, greater than star. Exponentiation is greater than star. I'm gonna give them 2, which is equal to slash another 2, which is greater than plus, which is equal to minus, and then we've got this. I'm gonna give that a 0 priority, and we've got another one, which is this, which has got 0 priority, right? Right. So there's the stack, each element to see. So we go through this. We got A, then we got plus. So we got plus in the stack, and then we got B, and then we got star in the stack, and then we got C. Right. And then once we reach the end of the string, we're gonna move these out here, which gives us BC star and plus A. So this gives us the right answer. And if it's A star B plus C, then the behavior I want is A star B. If it's plus, then I um, what do I do when it's A plus B star C plus D, right? So it's A plus B, and then it's lower priority, so we just push it in here. C, and then it's, so we pop this in right here, and then we add this plus, and then it's B. D. I've still got no clue what I want to do, but I think this is correct because, right? ABC star D plus plus. So you add plus D star BC. Plus D. Right. And if it's greater than u, well, st dot top priority. Oh god, my pen, my pen. Where's my pen? Right. Well, st dot top priority. St dot top is greater than priority. Si well st dot top, and then we pop and then answer plus equal to ch, and then it's either equal to or it's not empty, and then in the end we do this. Ain't that easy? And after this for loop is finished, while not st.empty, we're gonna do the same. And st.pop answer plus equal to ch. Return the answer. That's one thing. And I need to handle brackets differently. So if I find this, if s of I is equal to this, well, then you do char ch equal to st dot top right, and you're gonna do st dot pop while st dot top is not equal to this opening bracket. You're gonna do this shit, and then I have to answer, right? And these are all of these are else ifs, and then you loop again. That should be correct. All I gotta do is pop this once again. st dot pop. So the open bracket is gone. It's not equal to. Mm-hmm. Mm, 13. Right. Booleans and any other strings missing colons? I don't think there are. Is that no? It's not the. It said it's the correct output at first, and then it said it's the wrong output. Mm-hmm. This is whack. This is fucking whack. All right, so I go through the character one by one. I push this in the stack. It's higher priority, so I push this in the stack. Then I push. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Um, right. Push this in the stack. Answer is A. Answer is A, B. And then C. And then you get this. And then you get D. And then there's minus. And there's minus. So you pop this out. You fill this in. Why it's empty? It's not Indian calculator. Greater than 20. I'm gonna pop it, put it in the answer. Push back -1 to this. There's E. And there's a closing bracket. So while this top is going to be C is equal to S dot top, S dot pop, answer plus equal to C minus, right, and then stop. So and then we pop it. And then we go on to the next one. It's this plus star, and then this, and then this, and then an F, and then a plus, and then G, and then star, and then H, and then a closing bracket. It's gonna make me star plus pop, 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 and there's a minus, plus push that minus of A, B, C, D, this E minus H. I think my algorithm was pretty fucking spot on. My implementation, on the other hand, was very shoddy. So I need to improve my implementation. Right? I'm gonna do this. Right, I've got a string called answer. That's gonna be an empty string. I've got a stack that's empty of characters, a map of char and int. So 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0. That's absolutely okay. And then we are going to loop through all of these characters. And then once we're done with the string, we check if the stack is empty. Dude, we are back to 1 watching. Such is life, friend. You're the only real homie I have. sd.empty, char ch equal to sd.top. And then sd.pop, answer plus equal to ch. We return the answer. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to check if it's an operator. I'm just going to create a function that checks if the character is operator. So this is going to be private. So this function just returns a boolean check operator, takes in a char ch, and if ch is equal to, well, okay, how about I just create a string operators equal to, it's going to contain all the operators. So that's this slash plus minus what, right, exponent star slash plus minus open bracket and close bracket. For int I equal to 0, I is less than operators dot length I plus plus if ch is equal to operators I, return true, and if it's not equal, then return false after. So it's just going to check if these are equal to the current character that we're on. So if check operator si, if it's an operator, so first of all, I want to handle the case where si is equal to, can I just make char curve equal to si? I don't want to write si again and again. So curve, if curve is equal to, what's the operate, if it's equal to this, a closing bracket, right? Then while top is not equal to an opening bracket, you're gonna answer plus equal to top and then pop, and then when it stops, this means the top is an opening bracket. We're gonna remove that, and then we're gonna move on to the next character, right? And so we've handled the case of a closing bracket. If else, if cur is equal to, so we're gonna append an opening bracket regardless of the priority. Mm, st dot push cur, and then we move on to other cases. If well, I'll check if st dot empty, if the stack is not empty, if the stack is empty, or st dot top, the priority of st dot top is less than priority of cur. st dot push current, right? If it's empty or the priority of the top element is less than that of the current, we're going to push it into the stack. And else, so we handle the higher priority case. We handle the opening and closing brackets. That means someone of a lower priority has tried to enter the stack. While st.top, the priority of st.top is less than, is greater than priority of current. I just need, there's one edge case that's popping up in my head, that what about equal priorities? How do you treat equal priorities? Well, that's irrelevant, right? Because they're equal priorities. So I'm just gonna push them in the stack in the end. So you treat them like you would any other thing. And answer plus equal to st.top, st.pop, and then once these are equal, we're gonna add them to the stack. st.push current. Right, that should handle all of the cases if it is an operator. Else, answer or plus equal to cur. Right, let's try and submit this. And we've got a difference, so it's this I think this is because of an equal I'm missing somewhere. So this or this time error seg fault. I'm gonna remove that. Should be not empty. And that's the correct output. Uh, oh God, how is someone supposed to answer this question on their own? I asked ChatGPT if you can answer it on your own. It's like, no, no, you cannot. I'm sorry, can you copy the entire thing? The most optimal operator check function clean and reusable. Priority map perfect and correctly assigned. Stack uses exactly as it should be. Holding operators. Proper handling of open closing brackets. Emptying the stack at the end very important. You did it. Small thing here. Priority for this and this. You don't really need to priorities with this in your map. You're treating them separately anyway. True. Efficiency, tiny things. So check operator while doing the string each time you could use a set or direct checks. Agreed. Associativity, handling advanced one edge case exponentiation is right associative, unlike these left associative. Your code treats all operators as left associative right now. That's good enough for 99% cases, but if you want to be perfect, you need to handle exponentiation differently. You would only pop if precedence is strictly greater for right associative operations. You would only pop if precedence is greater, not greater than or equal to. Honestly, I had a small look at the solution, and that's why I could come up with it. If I did not, I don't. Monotone size sliding window branch research. Struggling a bit looking at hints, completing it. Take 2, 3 more times. Yeah, okay. That is, I need to. I've got this done, but I'll start it. Prefix to infix conversion. Uh-huh. You got 8 views, that's nice. But YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffer. That's fine. You're given a string s of size n that represents the prefix form of a valid mathematical expression. The string s contains only lowercase characters and uppercase alphabets as operands. And operators are plus, minus, divide, modulo, and explanation. Convert it to its infix form. Of Right, so we've got a prefix. So I think you move from left to right, and the moment you get an operand, you do this. Take the next two operators, and then you put them in a bracket. bracket. So we got that in a bracket. Right. So we take this and then we put this in a bracket. We do it once, and then what? Modify the string. I think you just use a stack. Add all of this to a stack. And pop, 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 the slash. Maybe use a Q. I don't even. Don't tell me the answer. Right. Since it's a prefix, you need to start reading the string from the end, right to left. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So you add this LK. I equal to 0. So I've got a hypothesis. So what we're gonna do is start from the right end, add it to a stack. Let's try and do that. Add it all to a stack, right? So it starts with L, and then you get K, and then you get A. And the moment you get an operator, right, you're gonna pop two operands and add it to answer. So it becomes K. No, it's A operand K. That's answer. Okay. And then I get another operator. So it's, and these are popped. So we're gonna take the answer, put it in brackets, and do the operator and then operand. That's answer right now. And then you get C, B, another operand. So you take the answer, you put it in brackets, and you do slash B. But A, I mean, an operator. The fuck is this? That didn't work. So we're gonna add all of that to a stack first. So it's LKA slash minus C B slash A minus star. So if it's an operator, you add star star. Where the fuck do you add minus star? And then there's left and a right. This. So you add minus and then there's a left and a right. So you got a left and right, left and a right. We've done this b divided by c, and then turn this b divided by c. Get a minus, so left, give it the left and the right. Okay, and then that's the right. But this is a recursive solution according to me. How the fuck am I supposed to use stacks? This is just me going from right to left. Oh, actually, it's me going from left to right. Star minus a slash b c minus slash jkl. This is just a recursive solution that I made. Man, how am I supposed to use stacks to solve this? So it's LKA. Oh, I see on an operator. I do what? What the fuck, man? I've got no idea how to do this. Just a second and use a stack to store partial expressions. Stack to store partial expressions. तुम्हें थप्पड़ मारूंगा क्या ये? What is this question? Stack to store partial expressions. Okay. So I'm just always going to assume that when I get an operator, like an operator, I've got a left and a right in the bottom, right? So you start reading this, you get L, K, A, and the moment you get an operator, you got a left, operator, right, this, and then your stack becomes this L, comma, A, K, and then you push in, and then you get minus. So it's always A, K, minus L, and you push it in the fucking stack, and then you pop these. and then there's C, and then you get B, and then you get a division. So this is left and right, and then you store this in the stack. So it becomes AYK minus L, and then BYC, and then you got A, and then you get minus. So it becomes A minus BYC, and then you store this in the stack, and then you get a star, and it becomes A minus BYC. I think I solved this then. All right. All fucking right. Hush, okay. So I took 3 hints. So it's a stack of string and it's called ST. Do you have a problem with that? I hope you don't. Because I don't give a fuck. Pre-expression dot length, and then I is greater than 0. It can be greater than or equal to 0, and it starts with -1. And then you go I minus minus for each one. Keep this away. What happened to this guy? Right. Well, that's weird. Okay, better. All right, you got a stack, and we're moving from the end right end to the left end. If check operator pre such a bad name pre-expression. If it's an operator, then get left and right from stack. But first, I'm gonna create the function called check operator. That's gonna be a private function. It can only be accessed by my class. It's gonna be a bool check operator char ch string operator. Let's use a set this time. Um, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How to use a set in CPD? Right. Set int s, set string names, start insert this s. Set operators dot I'm gonna pass it in. Why do I want to create this each time? We're gonna insert, well, it's not this, plus. No, fucking got my accuracy down because of no reason. Plus minus star slash percentage and another one exponentiation. Right. we pass in operators. If operators dot find ch is not equal to operators dot end, return true, return false. Uh-huh. Left equal to st dot top, st dot pop. String right is equal to st dot top, st dot pop. String temp equal to left. And then in the end, we're gonna do this, add the closing bracket. And in the middle, well, you add left exi, such a bad name. Well, you add right to the same thing. Yeah, so it's left plus expression I operator, and then right, and then this, and then you push it back. You push the string back. Right. That's if it's an operator. If it's not an operator, and then you just push it back. Such a bad name, pre-ex. Oh, unlike underscores in the names. Not push this. Okay. And then we return sc dot top. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 16. I can just, I don't know why I'm calling a function, but it's whatever it is. Mm-hmm. String temp equal to, can't you just do that on your own? Because it's a character, not a string. Oh, right, okay. Okay, I got in how many hints? At the end, just tag. No, in 2 hints. Right. This is the most optimal code. Set on average lookup. Oh, it's got an average lookup. That's nice. Right to left traverse are perfect for prefix expressions. Stack of strings characters with a small fixed chunk becomes a string. Wrapping with parentheses. Absolutely correct. No unnecessary copies, only small strings being managed. Memory option. Uh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Micro version. Okay, yes, shouldn't find it like that. Why is it so small? Okay. For this curve equal to this operator count left equal to s dot top, right equal to s dot top, plus left plus curve plus right. Oh yes. String one curve. Right on s dot top. My one guy. How does this work? And do I also really show really fast C style wasn't removed set entirely? C version and remove set. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Creates a string of length when the only character inside is correct. When the string constructors look like this, size and char C repeats the char C many times. Got it. I 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 got it. Right. That is a good question too. Two questions of this BS, and now we've got a question of, man, this gets tiring. Prefix to postfix, you want to do that? You want to do that tomorrow? I feel I want to do that tomorrow. Do some bitchy ass recursion and queens. Not a nice problem, or just I know what the problem is. I don't remember the solution. There was backtracking, there was yep. Ah. Placing n queens on a n by n chessboard such that no two queens attack each other. Given an integer and return all distinct solutions to the n queens puzzle. Each solution contains a given a distinct solution and the answer no. Each solution contains a distinct word configuration of the solution. Q and dot both indicate a queen and an empty state empty space respectively. What the fuck? I need to generate the okay. Right, off the top of my head, from what I remember doing my BTech, what I can do is and placing n queens on an n by n chessboard. All right, I'm gonna delete all this n queens on an n by n chessboard. So what you gotta do is that's such a bad. Oh God, I'm so bad at this. All right. No. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you create a matrix like this. You put one queen here, increase the count, and then all of these are marked like you cannot go here. And you place, and then you go through the board. You see there's a place. You mark all this. And then this, and then this. And then you go through the board and you place a queen right here. And you go through the board. You count the number of queens. It's three. That's not a solution. Right. You go back. You don't place the queen here. Move to the end of the board. Right now you turn false. You return false and then you start with another queen, I believe. You start with a queen right here. And it's got to be distinct solutions, right? Mark, 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 mark. Basically here, mark, mark. Basically here, mark, mark. Basically here. Yay! Found one. Once you find a solution, well, I'm assuming you take the matrix, write it out as a string, and then push it to answer. Hmm. And you mark wherever the queen was found on the real board, right? Right, if I do that, then I can't, like, so what was the solution I just got? Like, this was the solution I got, right? So if I mark this on the real board, and when I put this queen down, yay, 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 yay. And then, well, I just need to go to one row, right? I go through one row and I'm done. I think so, yeah. There is no solution where there isn't a queen in the top row. Now is there. I think so. Right, I do have a solution, so I'm just gonna go with that for now. Create different starting points for this. And if I don't want to create starting points, what work then? Well then fuck you then. ANS. Ugh. That's what I was thinking. Okay, now we've got a row of falses, and then I don't know why I just want to do that, but I do. Oh. Let's prove this hypothesis. So you would do this once, do this once, do this once, do this once. Now you've exhausted all possibilities. Hmm. J plus plus. Oh, I haven't opened chat in a while. No one's talking to me. That's fine. Okay. I equal to 0, j equal to 0, j is less than none. And then we're gonna call count queens because it's a hard question, so I wanna name it real nice. And we're gonna pass in, well, what are you gonna pass in? Amount array, answer array. Going to pass in n. I will pass in n. Let's see what else we need on the way. So it's right? If you place a queen at an IJ. And I think we also should, we also reached a conclusion where not for so I want to mark the entire row and so indexing first denotes that I marked index not first. This marks the row. Second, this marks the column. This marks the row, and this marks the column. And then I want to do the diagonals. What the fuck do I do with the diagonals? So fucking. I hate this. How do I do the diagonals again? Right, right, right. Let's do it here. This all I need is a little maths. Amount and some constraints. Right, so Excalibur. Suppose we got this. Right, now we mark these and then these. Now, no, this is not a good example. Yeah, suppose we got this. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna we got I equal to 0. This is what is this? 1, 2, 3, 3, comma 1. I equal to 0. And we need to mark to mark 2, comma 1. 2, comma 0. Okay, okay, that makes some sense. And then we need to mark 4 comma 2. And what's this? So one of the things we need to mark is, so it's 2 comma 0, 3 comma 1, 4 comma 2, 3 comma 1. What's a good way to mark the, feel like I'm just gonna dude, hi. Oh, I feel like my brain's gonna burst. So this is the array, and I've got this. It took me 45 minutes to do a stat question. I feel like you and I are in the same boat. I don't know if anyone else can understand our pain. It's just, why are these questions so fucking long? It's, you need a hypothesis, and then you need to test that hypothesis, and then you need to run it, and it might be wrong, so you scratch that hypothesis, and then you make another one, and it's all just a lot of brain teasers. Man, it's not okay. Anyways, while your first is 0 and dot second 0, we're gonna subtract. So this is what? This is 2 comma 2. No, this is 1 comma 2. Subtract 1 and then mark. Subtract 1 and then mark. So it's 0 comma 1. And not first and not second equal to 2. And then is less than n is less than n. Oops. Boundary. So it becomes 2 comma 3. Should be greater than 0 because then it reaches till 0. and this should be less than n minus 1. And plus. So this does the trick for left to right. And then the trick for right to left is while, so we need to move this in dot first is just a second. Um, and we're back. Yes. 1.5 hours done, total of 3.5 hours streamed on what the fuck? I've been streaming out 3.5 hours. You know, that means if I reach 4 hours, you guys have seen like 1/6 of my days on the internet for anybody to scroll through. It's crazy. Right to left. So the first one increase, no, the first one increases while the right one decreases. So n dot first is less than n minus 1, and end dot second. Back to two viewers. Hi, who's the second viewer? Can I get you in the chat? End dot second is, so this is increasing while the second one is decreasing. So it should be greater than 0. And end dot first plus equal to 1. I need to reset IND each time. And then do this. And then while, and then, so we got the first one increasing while the second decreases, and now we want the first one decreasing while the second one increases. the first one decreasing while the second one increases. Int dot first plus equal to and then you make the mark. Right. So what's this gonna do? It's gonna mark all the indexes like this and this first. And then it's gonna mark it from left to right, diagonal, and then from right to left, diagonal. Once you create a group. Okay. Um, right. And I need to create the one that unmarks the board now. Oh God. Anyways, so mark the board first. And then traverse the board to find. Ouch. Right, you need to traverse the board and find. So if I'm here and I start traversing, it's fine. But if I'm here and I start traversing like this, is that okay? It's not okay. But I've already found out all the ones that are possible from here. So maybe there's some that are possible that aren't. Yeah, that's not my problem. For int I equal to index, not first. I was then index dot second. This an n j plus plus if not marked I comma j I m j. They are marked. So you mark, it's usually a false and you would make it true. And if it's false, it's gonna be true. And it's true, it's gonna be false. Then you call the function count queens with marked answer n I comma j. Right here, you're gonna pass in 1 because the count means mod answer. And then queens plus 1. And then I need to backtrack it. Right. So there's this call that goes out of the first index and it gets marked. Obviously, it does. And then, so you get marked, you mark, and then you get marked. And then it's equal to index of first less than n, j equal to index of second. If it checks if this is marked, it is marked. Then goes marked, marked, marked. I is increased, marked, it finds the first one. All right, and then it creates a call with marked. You put 2 points here. And then it marks it. And then it tries to put a queen here. And then it marks it if index not first is equal to n minus 1 and index. I don't think there's a need for a base case. Say if queens is equal to n, then and to answer. The numbers of queen is equal to n. Which means we're all okay, and if the number of queens is equal to n, you add it to the answer and you return where this loop so functioning and then it returns returns no so okay, sorry, just 2 positive elements, one with this and one with this, and returns Once these are all done, just going to return. So when it returns, I want to unmark board, not index. And then it returns somehow. How the fuck am I supposed to unmark the board? I can't pass it in like that. I'll be fucked. Mark the board. Everybody gets their own copy of the board. That's much better. Right, now you add it to the answer. How the fuck do you want me to put it in the answer? Like this. I need a function that creates a vector. Vector, no, not int. String build an answer. Okay, it's gonna take in fucker. It's all just true. All true. I need to. I hate you. Why would you do this? Why? Oh God, I need to build a string too. Man. Well, and I need to store pair of indexes don't attack. Or I can create another array. It tells me false. Answer pushback temp. Thomas. And then push back AMS dot push back. We will not build answer. And build answer text in queen array and I'll probably get a time limit exceeded, but no, you fucking don't. Oh god. Oh, I worked so. I created 4 fucking functions for this one question. Man, it's not just a string. Uh, I I wanna get this done with and go. I gotta do other things. Man. Well, I can't really do anything if lead code is down, right? Can I? I cannot. All I can do is, well, I can't even go back to my question. Is it in local storage? It must be in local storage. I shouldn't. Right. This is the latest time, right? 9949. No. This should be list 1745, 1745, 1742, 1744, 1743. Ah, I can't even look my eyes. See, I don't know what the latest one is. The latest one. Oh, I need the latest one. Um, 43, 42, 44. I think 4, 5 is the highest it goes. And then we got a couple of candidates for 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Consent 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 7, 4, 5. 1, 7, 4, 5. Yep, that's the first one. This should be my solution. Fucking ChatGPT knows. There's a typo inside your count queens function, and it knows jack shit because it said there's a problem in this, and then it said it should be this. You wrote comment. Ah, okay. Second, inside solvent queens in your double for loop. Forgot the semicolon. Third, logically in your outermost for loops, you're setting this equal true. You're not setting back in your outermost loop. Four, you don't know what's more inefficiency. Then submit my answer and go. Well, I can't really do anything, so I'm just gonna end today's stream, and I'm gonna assume that we've done well. We've not, but this is something that's out of our control, and we should forgive ourselves when it's something out of our control, and we should take a break. Is what we should do. So I'm gonna end the stream right here. Probably not gonna stream again because this is just one question left. I'll see if it was correct or not, and I'll just do it. There's like 5 minutes of tinkering left before I actually solve the question. So I'll just do it on my own, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, or maybe I might do another stream building YouTube because that's a lot of fun. See you guys next time, and thanks Dave for tuning in again, my home.